Hello everybody, it's Tech here. Back for more. And back for more with the issue list, right? So let's give a quick rundown of what's going on here. Hey Tinkerbell. You weren't here yesterday, Tinkerbell. I was hoping you're okay. Issues. So I've closed out a few issues since the last stream. So you can see we got the minions don't target their own team anymore. That's cool, right? So they're not going to try and attack their own structures at all. So if you accidentally click on one or each other. Resource gathering by Town Hall seems to be incorrect in multiplayer. We fixed that one yesterday, right? Why aren't these in order? That's weird. Spawn points. The Town Hall is now the spawn point. So wherever you right-click on the ground to place your Town Hall is where you will be spawning from then forward. Crash on arrow impact. So that was a bug that we've discovered the other day in testing. If you weren't on a team, it would crash the game. So that's resolved. Hey, Spooderman. We got stream avatars working, Spooderman. Made sure it was working before I started today. So let's jump into, I guess, our project over here. You're scared. Why are you scared? Don't understand. I was going to do this. We might dig into this a little bit. So this hat layer piece. Oh, I see how it is. Well, I guess I'll say this now. On Thursday, I will not be streaming it. So it looks like we're going to be doing something outside of the house. So won't be here to do a stream myself. But I should do one tomorrow and probably on Friday as well. But this hat layer piece, right? So this is something from CZ's textures where we want to render it. And I was looking through the code earlier and realized I think we've got all of the layers set up as part of our minion renderer, and including the head layer. And I don't know where else that this would come from. That'd be silly if I'm to delete all non-monetized channels. If they do, then I'm gone, right? Because I'm not monetized anymore. I used to be, but I'm not. Because they changed the rules. That would mean that you couldn't even watch stuff though, right? Or log in with your account if they deleted it. So, it just doesn't make sense. Hey, Gazer. So the render for the player, I guess I need to dig into that a little bit more. I hate to do this because it's looking through a bunch of vanilla code, but... Is there? Could be people just trying to scare people, though. So entity... Well, the layer entity should be in here somewhere, right? Oh, that's layers. Yeah, I mean, are they people that would be trustworthy? Or are they just random people saying it? And why December 10th? It's kind of a weird date to do it on. I know what you mean. You're trying to say lying. I get it. So where in here? So do render. We need to figure out where it's drawing the arms and legs and determine if it's doing the extra layer for those. No, wait, better yet, there's a screen on the client, GUI screen, that is an option screen. Hey, you go. Everybody's here tonight. Welcome, everyone. Yesterday was barren, so it wasn't as much fun for me. Oh, gosh. Okay, that's just difficulty and stuff. I gotta find the right options. Because there's skin options, maybe? I don't know what it's called. We might just fire up the game and see what the screen. Customize screen, skin screen. There it is. That's gotta be it. So this sets the parts of the buttons, right? Or the part of the player's model that are on or off. So where is another add button? So there's an add button. That's the main hand stuff. Add button. Player model part. Get message. Yeah, so this is definitely it. Saved options. I'm trying to figure out where it saves it to. If we can figure that out. Switch model part enabled. There we go. That's on the player settings, I guess. So it's adding or removing it from this model parts. Oh, is it on the model? Player model part. Here we go. There we go. That's the stuff we're looking for. Jacket, sleeves, etc. So where did these get used? Yeah, I hope it's fake too, man. That'd be awful if it's true. So this is just an enum, right? Yeah, an enum. So where is this enum used? Call hierarchy. Nowhere. Cool. Really? What about this one? They have an enum in the game that's not even used. What about this jacket piece? Okay. There we go. So this goes back to player model. Biped body wear. So it's whether or not it's showing those pieces. Okay. This is on a biped model. That's a model renderer on the player model. Biped body wear. So on our model for the what's the word I'm looking for? Minion model. Minion model. It is off of biped model, but I don't know that that is. No, it doesn't have those. Hoops. Headwear. But there's nothing. Does everyone that watches the stream watches iStream while it's live? Does the count as these? If you're asking if your own watching it counts, I think it does. Like if you watch yourself stream. It's very rare that I go below 1. Because I like go to the control board. Or control room or whatever it's called. Well, okay, so that means there's no overlay of option at all. I'm not really sure. I don't think they publish that. I know that if you watch it, it doesn't count as a view for the video. You have to watch it later for the video. Like if you have it set to upload it as a video. Let me see something. It just won't. An easy ping. Made a Twitch account just in case I can't do YouTube. Yeah. I have both as well. I keep going back and forth for several months. And seems like on YouTube I get a better following, so or more viewers per stream. For me, it might be different for you. So let's see here. If I place down a town hall, I can show off some of the stuff I did earlier. So right there is my new town hall, right? So if I do a, come over here, do a /kill. Oh, /kill all. There we go. You'll see that I spawned right where I clicked. So that is definitely working. You'll also probably notice when I started the game, I had beef in my inventory. So we're going to start with food automatically now, which is cool. Interesting. Fixed, geez, so this is not going to be an easy task. Option for biped models. Is that right? Would need complex model set up to do this. Putting on back burner for now. Oh, cool. My GitHub integration onto Discord's working, it looks like. Okay, so back to the project then. Let's see what the next one is. I almost need another category here, don't I? Let's see. What the heck's going on in Discord? Whatever. So the new column, it shall say what? Needs heavy investigation and design. Come on, go to the left of everything. There we go. And I'll put that one over there. Rally point tool is up next, or should we do announce structure destruction? I'm leaning towards announcing the structure destruction, although from gameplay mechanic, this is a more useful thing. They're both useful. I'll take it back. So let's do the structure destruction, right? Broadcast a message when structures are damaged or destroyed. Broadcast a message when game is over. Yes, that is an important one. Not necessarily when the game's over, but even when one specific person has lost the game, right? So let's focus on that. Not necessarily the losing thing, but broadcasting messages when structures are to despawn, right? So we can look at some pieces of code I probably still have open. Game rule command. In game rule command, it should send some feedback. Send feedback. Okay, so let's see how the send feedback works. Hey Zach, how's it going? So this dot source, what is this dot source in this case? It is a command source. Cool. That's not much help to us, unfortunately. What is a command source made of? Maybe it is something we can use. Command source hierarchy could be an entity. Okay. So that means we can do that. So send message on the player then, potentially. Let's check it out from a different angle. And we'll just come down into here, into utilities, and create a new static method. Utilities. Yeah, my keyboard's messing up, huh? Public void, or static void. Send message. Alright. Okay. I wonder why the lights are all messed up. My keyboard. Razor's running. Do you need to know to team? Yes, let's do it to team. So, wait a minute. We need to know what the players are on that team. Rawr. Send message to team. String team. We get a world reference. We can figure out from the world what the scoreboard is. World dot, wow. World dot get scoreboard dot get teams. And it's a collection of teams, so we can say team, was it scoreboard player team? Score player team. Collection. Score player team. We just call it teams with an S. And then we can loop through this collection with a for loop. For team ta-da! Love that Eclipse does that. Okay, so now we've got the teams, but we need to know the players on the team. What am I doing here? I'm doing this wrong. Well, there's going to be a message that goes to all teams too. And that's going to be what this needs to do, right? Score, player team, player. No, there's no player on this, is there? Membership collection is a collection of strings. I know I've got it set up somewhere where I'm looking at who's on the team, right? It's going to be in this class, if anywhere. Set player ready. Nope. Player. World.get players. There we go. That'll do. Okay, so we've got it defined as a player entity now. So player entity dot get team is same team. We could use the whole team, but I'm like passing in the strings of teams instead. So we're gonna say dot get team dot get display dot get name. There we go. That equals, and then the team object, team stream object. So if that, and before I do that all the way, we need to test if it's even got a team on that player, because I ran into a bug earlier where somebody wasn't on a team and it crashed the game. Is not no. Okay. Player entity get team get team. So we're on the same team. So now we do player entity dot send the message. Cool. And that send message takes a message of a text component, and this could be a translated one, which takes what? Translation text component, so that'll look up and get the proper wording for the language that's selected. And what does args do? For each argument, it's going to do what? It's going to set it to an object, see if it's an instance of a text component, and then do what? Deep copy it to this text component, format it. Okay. I think it's just if you have more than one thing you're going to say, which we don't. We're just going to do this. Which means it's pretty straightforward. So we can say new that and we'll just say TS RTS. I guess we need the message in here, huh? Let's see, string lang lookup. Okay, it doesn't. Oh, it likes it. Cool. So every player on that team then gets that message. Send message to team. Do we need world? We need world. Do we need team? We need world. Yep. Okay, so now we shall look at the destruction of the town hall. Which is not in here. It's going to be in our owned cooldown tile entity. And it's, I think it's right here where we want to do it. How am I going to do this? So utilities. Util dot send message. A world, so this dot world. This dot get team. And the message that we're dealing with. So it'll be TS RTS dot. Oh, okay. I'm one step ahead of myself here. Let's take this first. So we need to create another abstract. Abstract? No, we need to create another method that we can just override. So public void structure structure lost, and then we can do whatever inside structure lost, right? And what we're going to do is just call it down here. Okay. And then in the town hall, we'll create an override of structure lost. That does that. And we'll still call super just in case. I guess we should be doing that everywhere. Crap. And then we call the utilities then. So we will still need the world and the team. Although we can get team in here. And we can get world in here. So we don't need nothing. Utilities. Dot send a message to team. This dot world. Oh, you're not first. Come on. You just now noticed I was streaming. By the way, when you left that channel, it sent a message in that channel saying you left, so they know. This dot get team dot get name. Okay, cool. TS RTS dot. And this is dot lost dot town hall. I'll call it destroy. And get rid of the extra override. I don't know why I put that on there. Let's say this. They aren't the only one. Oh, okay. Now is this gonna work? There we go. I just didn't have the file saved. So now really, wow. Dr. Stone. It's Dr. Stoned, man. Okay, so I guess we can put down here. Wow. They found it so interesting they should have backed you on Kickstarter. Comment. Okay. It's easy. I'm working on announcing the structure destruction. Right now I'm focused solely on the town hall. Just because we'll want that to be a prominent one, right? We want it to go... Right now I'm going to set up for just to the team, but I'll set it up so it goes to everybody for that one. If this lets me type in this file, come on Eclipse. Do I have too many files open or something? Come on, let me edit the stinking file. It's text. Why are you sitting there spinning? Custom. Oh, don't crash on me. Oh, dang it, CZ, you're right. That would be perfect, but I've already started with something else, which is just a chat message. Because I could see that great big title being in the way when you're under attack but haven't lost your town hall. When you lose your town hall, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, you should have got here sooner, man. Exactly. Okay, we're gonna take a minute and save everything and restart Eclipse, because this is ridiculous. I can't even type in the file. It was more like, we can help you get fully funded sort of deal. Yeah, they could, by pledging. I think you can change the size. Let me check. Okay. But you get what I'm saying. Like, if it's in your face over your thing, then it is very visible, but it might be too visible in the heat of battle. Come on. Let me close this.
Welcome.
Okay. About ready to just force Eclipse to close. This is ridiculous. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody wants to get their share, even if they don't have a share to get. They want to try and get a share. I agree 100%, Susie. And I can't... So you asked the question, can you run commands? I can't run the commands, but I can run the code the command runs, right? So it's effectively the same as doing a command. It's just we don't type it in as a command. What is that command, by the way? Is it title or something like that? Okay, see if I can type now. So, let's do that too. Yes, I can type. Cool. Custom messages here. So that is our message syntax stuff, and this will be what we want to say. Yeah, quite annoying, especially the ones who say we can suggest game design elements. I'm like, are you vaguely implying there's something that needed to be fixed, or that we don't have ideas? Yeah. They're probably set up to prey on indie devs that aren't organized, right? Or they're just completely solo doing it on their own. Action bar text now, what's that? Oh, is that the thing in the upper right-hand corner? Like the toast messages that come up. That's an option too, couldn't we? That's a really good option, actually. Exactly, and it clearly works since so many are hitting us. Yeah, exactly. So that reminds me, when I went to the GDEX event, they had this... A company had been set up that was trying to get their arcade station put into like bars, right? And they had a bunch of pixel games that were party games on this arcade station, right? And there was 4 different things there, and they didn't have it set up in the over 21 mode at the GDEX because there's kids there. But he was explaining it to me that there's a cup holder built into the arcade machine, and it's got a pressure sensor in it, like a weight sensor. So it knows that you have an alcoholic beverage in there, right? And if you lose, you're supposed to take a drink after every game. So it's a drinking arcade game. And he said it knows how much is in your beverage and knows how much you drank to see if you've drank enough when you lose. So it was an interesting concept. And, you know, would help the bar sell more, right? So I'm sure they're all for it. Town Hall destroyed. Right. And it was pretty fun. You know, me and my son and his friend that we took played it. It was fun. We didn't do the drinking aspect because it wasn't set up that way, but it's just a bunch of like party games, right? So pound the button to make your guy float up with a balloon and not get too high where he pops his balloon and whoever lasts the longest wins kind of thing. And many various other games. Okay, so that's that. I think we're all set up for this then, so let me just run it and look at the code while it's starting up, make sure I didn't miss anything. So in our tile entity of our town hall, we've got a method set up that calls the message. So structure lost, right? It sends the message to the team that it's on, only for now. I am fully aware that this message needs to go to everybody, right? That's that piece. Then we've got owned cooldown should call structure lost when structure is truly lost, and it does. So that's all good. And then in the utilities piece, we've got the new method at the very bottom that we added that actually sends the message to the team. It's a duel with no like negative side effects on that duel. Okay, so yellow, ready, start. So now if I were to die, or no, if I were to kill my town hall, oop, let's put it down and let's kill this thing. By the way, CZ, if you're still there, we now have respawning at the town hall, along with food being put into your hotbar, along with keep inventory being on, I believe. Actually, I don't think I've tested that one. You typed accept? Oh, it was just too slow. So is the action bar the thing in the upper right hand corner over here, CZ? What is that? Town hall destroyed. Worked beautifully. And let's do a kill. Kill at A. I did lose all my stuff. Huh. No, apparently that's not working. I was trying to do that. Right above your hotbar. Also, like here? Okay, remove the slash at the end, so title at A, action bar, test me. That might be too small though. And there's like, can we do toast? No, it's okay. What the heck did they call it though? Too many O's, I think, right? It's 1-0. There you go, Spooderman. Trigger, no. Title, tell roll, teleport, team, tag. There's team message too, right? But that, I wouldn't do that though. I can figure out what team it is and send it myself, which is what I'm doing. Uh-oh, duel's on. So let's go in and set up this method in all the other structures, right? That way we can get that message for those working, because this is basically what they need. Town hall, so we will say archer free range. And I'm gonna copy all these text into a text pad so we can put them on another file. Spooderman 1. Barracks. Yeah, terminate, sure. And then farm. Oops. I need to get back over here, don't I? I feel like it's becoming harder for me to speak. And I hope it's not because of the lady I was around today who was like, I can't talk. Okay, I just need to stop and take a drink for a minute. So while I've got several people here, Thursday night I probably won't stream. We're going to do something Thursday night, so we'll not be available for it. Mine site. I'm just gonna leave it at mine site for the moment. We might need to refine that further to get it to be specific to which one it is, but all mine sites are technically the same block right now, so that makes it a little bit hard for me to do. I don't want to go ahead and set up Research Center even though it's not a thing yet. Research Center. Just give it time. No, you're not fast enough, that's what it is. You have 30 seconds to respawn, man. Ooh, for 150. Dang. High stakes. Stables. And stream FTars was messing up yesterday too, remember? Could also be just a cooldown on it. You guys are sending the messages pretty quick. Okay, and then inside here we want to say what? Another message. And send message to all teams. And then string part 2. And then we'll put in comma part 2. And then we can say send message to all teams. We don't need the team name. And we want a part 2 this dot get team. Back in here, we can get rid of the team name out of this. It's no longer needed. Can get rid of the checks for the teams and just send it to everybody. And that should, in theory, do it. So let's run this. The only part I'm not sure about is the part 2 section. Actually, Town Hall. Okay, it's still airing off because it needs saved. Did I not update it? World string. My game is uploaded and you don't have to download. Cool. Oh. That's a team, not a string. Get name. So let's run this. See if we get messages for all the various different blocks that we've got so far. See if we get a message for the town hall. This will just be phase 1 of this. I think CZ might be onto something with the action bar or the title bar or toast message, something else that's a little bit more noticeable. But I do like the fact that it's possible to get it to come up in the history, right, in your chat, so that you can go back and look through it. It's also put in the log. So if there's any question as to who won, it's documented. Hey, Reaper.
Welcome.
You need to start using those buttons more. Keep forgetting about them. Okay, I've got too much in my inventory for my town hall to be placed in there. Okay, so let's plop this down. Let's also plop down, say, the archery range and a barracks. Those are easy to put in. What I'm afraid it's going to be is like someone will recognize it as the name of the items, and I don't always pay attention to those, right? So I was thinking it's a little small. You know what I mean by those toast messages, right? The message that comes up over here and says, you need to push your WASDs when you first start playing the level. That type of stuff. Get a farm too. And a generic mine site, and then what was gold? Get some gold in, some grass in, some oak logs in. There we go. That right there. This message would be awesome to have. You've lost a town hall. You've lost a barracks. You've lost your mind. So those are the mines. Those are the... They removed achievements command in 1.12.2. Did they? But it's not an achievement, right, Reaper? That we want. It's a lumber camp. We need a farm. Okay. It's the death of your thing that happens, and you can get more than one of them. So I think achievements are single action in nature. Archery range. That's the other thing we need. Oop. Okay. So there is everything. Give me some damage potions, please. And look for messages in the chat about these dying. Cool. They are cryptic looking messages because I forgot to add them to the language file. So let's actually go fix that really fast. Lang. These are the strings we want to add. How did Saturday and Sunday go with the test? It was fun to play it. There were several bugs. One of them was we basically shared the economies. So building resource gathering tool or buildings helped your opponent too. What do you mean and on the team? Reaper? Skyline guides, what's this? That's the achievement. I want to do the toast messages the achievement uses. It's not just for achievements. We played it like that, Yellowstone. It was still fun. It's fun to watch too. I was in spectator for several of them. We've got it all fixed up now though. Archery range destroyed. There we go. And destroyed. Barracks destroyed. Farm destroyed. Mine site destroyed, sure. Research center destroyed. And stables, which we don't even have those working at this point, so it doesn't matter. But hey, put messages in there for when we do. So now if I have this saved, and I do, and push F3T, that should reload the language files, so the next thing I kill should have the proper message. Lumberyard destroyed. Nice. It's an instant message to you too. So you know. Makes some sneak attacks a little bit harder to do, guys. CC, why are you posting that? I don't get what it's for. Am I missing something on that page? So this is the page. But it's just for advancements. It'd be cool if we could use something similar to the advancement page for the tech trade though, right? That's probably more advanced than I want to do though. To code it to work that way. Because like that tree structure that's got would be really cool. So that's different than a toast message. Okay, so let's first off do a commit here because I don't want to lose this. Added what's the word? Destruction messages. Is it? But it's a command again though, right? Toast. Yeah, it's we'll get there. Let me catch up. This is for number 55. I'm just gonna reference this one. I'm not gonna say it's closed because we're still working on it, right? Add direct messages to chat. There we go. And one thing we haven't tested yet is the town hall destruction, right? So let's go destroy this thing. Cool. Still got the message. That's why I was wanting to make sure, because we changed it over to be the other value for everyone. So the toast messages. Where am I here? Referenced external libraries. Forge at the top. Net. Minecraft. Probably client side. Probably GUI. Maybe screen. Wait. Toast. Because there's advancement toast, tutorial toast, and toast GUI and toast system. So what's toast tutorial take as its value? So it implements an iToast. What about advancement toast? It also implements iToast. Okay, and advancement toast is called by what? Read. It just adds a new advancement toast. Get toast GUI. This.mc.get toast GUI. Could we do it in both? Maybe. But this.mc, that makes me think this is client side only. So I can't call this from the server. So I'd have to create a packet to do this. Doable, but extra work. So let's see. Advancement. What's the tutorial toast take? It's call hierarchy. Takes icons. Icon in title, subtitle, progress bar, blah blah blah. Tutorial. It'd be really cool if somehow that progress bar on the tutorial ones, I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. I don't know how to describe it or just show you now. But there's a progress bar that says move around, and it's like shows your WASD keys as an icon. And the progress bar fills up as you walk around in the world, right? So you have to push all the keys and everything. So that there's... That would be cool if, like, as you're under attack, that showed up. And it's like the health of the thing, right? So it's not a message when you're destroyed, but it's a message when you're under attack. Don't know that I want that, because it does change the mechanics of the game a little bit, right? So you get an advanced warning so you can try and stop the person instead of a post warning that is, oh, you done messed up and now you lost the thing. I don't know. I'm Let's do this. We're going to in GitHub at this. I'm gonna edit this issue. Phase 1 is complete. Sending messages to the just realized that my thing's not in here. There we go. So we added that. Cool. Sending messages to the clients via chat messages. Phase 2 of this is to use the toast system instead. There. So that leaves us with this one going into the in progress. Let's start work on this rally point tool next. You like French toast? So you want like a French person to come up and be like, "Lib destroyed building." Yeah, butter toast. I did say the word toast an awful lot, didn't I? I deserved all that. Know what else I deserve?
Subscribe now.
Wah. Destroyed that building. All the talk of toast, and I'm losing my brain, I guess. We need an item. That's what we need to do next. We're gonna copy sample item. It's probably a horrible choice to do, but we're gonna do it, and we're gonna call this rally point tool. I'm making one right now. Pixel art. Okay. I think I'm not going to use this method of doing it with the raycast and everything. I think I'm going to make it so you have to click on the block. That way you can be very precise with it with the rally point tool. So we're going to cut this out. We're going to get this back in. We're going to remove all this because we don't need any of that. And the items weapon group, sure, registry name we need to set. Let's do that. And it will be a rally point tool. Okay. This rally point tool, when you click on the ground, needs to do a thing. And when you click on a block, it needs to do a different thing. And the server needs to know about both of those things. We actually want to enforce it to be on the client, I think, with this tool. We also need to add the item to the game the rest of the way. Let's do that first. So sample item, boop, boop. Right there it goes. We'll say rally point tool. And this needs to get changed to follow our naming standards we've kind of been doing, saying that it's an item at the end of it. There we go. And back to mod items and rally. Is in resource logging, is it subtracting resources from the total? Looks like the game last night, red team had over 1,400 food at the end. Red team very well could have had 1,400 food. And it should be subtracting the resources from the total spent. Or the spent resources should be subtracted from it, because I'm just taking whatever you have in game and putting it in the log for the total that column. Right, so there should be, I think it's 7 resources. All 7 of those will be the delta, the first digits, and then the next 7 is the totals. And food would be the first of those second 7. Rally point tool item. And we're good to go. So that's going to be now part of the game. So back in rally pool point item, blah, blah, blah. We basically need to set 2 variables. These variables need to be the from and the to. Right? So the tile entity that exists at the source and the tile, this location at the target. Where should those variables exist, though, is what I'm trying to think through in my head. I'm thinking in the main class as static variables, and it's just a block position for both of them. So we'll say public static block position rally point tool from equals null by default and 2. Ta-da! Okay, and then we need a network packet for this to go through as well. But first, let's capture the from and to in here. So our first position, we don't need this logging thing. First position is what we need first, right? So context dot get position. Is that my phone? No. Dot what? If now we're going to do this. So tile entity equals te equals context dot get world dot get tile entity at block position, and that's the position we're going to do. So we're going to check, did we click on a tile entity, basically. Okay, so then we'll say save. If te is not null, and what else? If te is a instance of owned tile entity, cooldown tile entity, sure. Then we can cast that. OCTE from te OCTE dot set rally point. Okay, so we can set the rally point from that. Okay, I was making sure I had the right class. Okay, so now that we've got that, we know it's a block that we are interested in, so we need to set our variable in the class, the TSRTS. Dot rally point tool from equals context dot get position, just like that. Okay, and then our other check that we do, so if this isn't a tile entity that we clicked on, then we're going to set the TSRTS dot rally point to position to the context dot get position dot up, right? So the block above where we clicked. Okay. Then the next check we need to do is basically, are both of these set? We also need to check in here though. So if TSRTS. So we only want to set the to position if we've already clicked on a block. We don't want to set the position and then click the block later. That doesn't. TSRTS. I think that would just lead to bugs, or the appearance of bugs, I guess. Rally point position from is not null. Okay, so now the client's fat and happy. It knows where everything is. Now we need to send that back up to the server and tell the server to set a rally point. How we do that? We do that with a packet. And that is going to be under our networking section. And let's do this. Yes, save it, sure. Okay, so tile entity te set rally point to server. to server. Okay. We're going to get 3 positions and then 3 other positions. The first 3 will be the from positions. From Y3 because it's the X, Y, and Z coordinates of it. To position. Okay. From don't need any of that. This owner stuff or this owner stuff because we don't care. Rum. Oh, I got the extra P in there. Two position. Okay. So we gotta we're reading those in, decode everything, then we need to write them out as well. So from P to boom. And this is no longer needed. That's no longer needed. From int to POS X, int PO2 POS Y, int to POS Z. This dot POS X from equals from. Don't really want to jinx it, but I think restarting Eclipse made it behave. Okay, so we don't want to do it like this where we're going on a client packet handler because we want to do this right on the server. So I'm going to pull another one that's to server and get it as a reference. So this is it. And then we do this in there and we get rid of this and this. These two dudes are going to drive me bonkers. They're good if it was actually auto-generated, but they're not. Okay, so we don't need that. We don't need any of this. We don't even need that. Do we? I don't think so. ctx.get. And we gotta get sender. Dang it. Get world dot world. There you go. Dot get tile entity. Okay. So tile entity te equals that, and then we're going to do a. So we're going to get it from the from position. So new block position. From position X, Y, and Z. If TE is an instance of Awesome. That just totally boogered up what I was trying to do. There we go. T. Owned. Apparently put down, and then it automatically cast it for us, right? That's why I did it that way. Owned. Sure, we'll call it that. We call all of that dot set rally point to the new block position of to position X, to position Y, and to position Z. Ta-da. Okay, so that sets up our structure, if you will. Then we need to go into mod network and copy one of these register lines and replace all of the names with that instead. Save. Everything's happy there. So now we've got a registered network packet that we can use. And in our item, wherever that went to, rally point tool, down here in the server, on the client side, we need to check if both of them are set. Check if both are not null and set, then send it to the server and clear them out for the next rally point to be set. So if TS RTS dot rally point 2 is not equal to null and TS RTS dot rally point from is not equal to null, then we will mod network dot send to server a new of this packet with the coordinates that we're about to set in here. And then also we're going to set these back to null. Equals null. Equals null. Okay, so the from is the first one, right? So tsrts dot from dot get x nice and big. Got get y, get z, and then one more, but we're going to change it to 2. And then paste that one, change it to y, and paste that one, change it to z, and put a semicolon at the end of the line that I just jumped off of. Oh, it's right there. That should be it in theory. We're going to try it out. So what will this do? We'll have a new item in our inventory. It's easy. We're going to need another icon for it, I guess. It will be a tool that we will right click on the block to choose that block as which one we're working with, and then right click somewhere else on the ground, and that becomes the spot that all of the troops coming out of that block will go to. Thanks, Spider-Man. You're getting good at that. Only 2 jumps to catch it. Did we just crash on startup? Amazing. How did that even happen? One of values not copy the correct ID, so that's probably in the item setup. We got rally point item, rally point tool. So if I go to rally point item, I bet it still sets the wrong name there. Okay, retry. So while this is loading, I can prep my commit to GitHub for issue 31. Fixes by XES number 31 with the rally point tool. Yeah. YouTube's different, right? So I think the chat interactivity is a little better on Twitch, right? They're set up better for chat from the very beginning. YouTube's set up better for video from the very beginning, right? So when you stream to YouTube, they will send it back out in multiple formats based on what the people want to watch it in. On Twitch, they can do that, but they don't do it for everyone. They only do it for people that are partnered with them. So if you send it in 4K, people can only watch it in 4K, and some people can't watch 4K streams. Anyway. Rally point tool, what do we look like? Should be like that. There we go. Cool. So now if we put down an archery range, say here, right click. We just won't look at that. Right click that, I guess. I did it twice because I'm not sure it was going to work. And point there. Does the next die that come out move over here? Or where does he go? Oh, I love it when it works first try. So it appears that you have to shift click on the block, I think, right? Because there's a bit of a interface for these, right? So we can turn them off. Let's try placing down another one here. My rally point tool shouldn't do anything if I right click the ground right now, right? So if I do that and another guy comes out, he should go over here still and not over where I just clicked. Make sure that happens like that. Oh, we're out of gold. No! We need more gold to spawn more minion. Let's just get a bunch of gold going. I want to get more gold than it needs to take to spawn a guy. Per tick. Those guys are piling up over there. What about the guy coming out of this one? We're only getting it from the one thing. Dang it. More gold. Okay, there's guy. He walked where he's supposed to. Okay, cool. So it's working like I expected it to. Now if I right click this and get the GUI, does that work still? Ah, you're cool. Yes, it does. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you get the GUI or not, it still counts as a right click with this rally point tool. And we need to give this rally point tool a name. We need to give the rally point tool a name, and we need to give it to our players at the beginning of a match. So let's do both of those. What is the name of the thing again? Playing. There we go. We'll just stick it right in there. We'll call it rally point tool and rally point tool. Save. F3T. Call the rally flag, and we stick a rally flag on it that disappears after some time. That's a lot of extra work, man. I'm okay with it being a flag in our inventory and calling it a flag. Although I think tool makes it seem like it's multiple spots. Let's go to utilities, this, and I think it's start game. So in start game, we call what? A place where we give stuff to people. Give starting items. There we go. So now we're going to have a town hall. We're going to have a sample item. Let's start ordering these in something that's a little bit better. So this town hall builder shouldn't be your first item in your hand. It should be towards the end. Because we want to make room for the other things that you're going to have in there all the time. As soon as you place that town hall, it's no longer in your inventory. Rally point tool item, boom, done. I'm liking this. So if I click there, it shouldn't do anything. In fact, let's right click here and let's go on a little bit of a journey with this and see if it still works. We're going to give these guys something to path around too. Right, I don't want to go so far that it's completely unloaded, but there is this target. Because there will be a limitation to it, right? I think if it's completely unchunk loaded, they won't navigate to it. That guy probably still spawned beforehand. This guy should be our first guy that's going to go through the new spot. I think he's actually going to do it. That's cool. Gazer, if you're there, this is a game changer. That's a major game changer. You don't have to have your archery range at the location where you want your archers to go. You can have your archery range back inside your base and then tell them to go up to the front line. Cool. I don't know what else to do with this one right now, so let's commit this one up to GitHub and fetch to origin. Push to origin, sorry. And with that, it's 9 o'clock, guys. So what I want to do now is I'm going to create a pull request up on GitHub to take this dev work into integrations. Create a new pull request. Merge the pull request. Confirm it. 2 issues resolved tonight. That's awesome. And then do another pull request to get this into... Where did we just put that? Oh crap. Did I just put that in the wrong spot? Let's look on GitHub. No, it went into integrations. No, I'm not into the stream. Not yet. It's gonna be a little bit longer. So integrations into master. There we go. Merge pull requests. Confirm the merge. And there was lots of messages that triggered. And then off on my other window, because I don't want the address for this to be published, that automatically triggers a build now. So I've got it set up with my build server where it will just do a thing and automatically. So now I can click to download that version of the mod and throw it into vanilla. So let's do just that. We're going to launch the launcher, launch the FTP client. I'm going to go into my installations, grab this because I can never remember where this stupid file is saved. There we go. And I can pull this into my mods folder then from my build server. Oop, build 29 is ready to go on my local system. Get rid of build 25. Look over at the server, go to it, RTS, mods, build 25, goodbye, build 29, hello. Cancel this, run this, and we'll be testing out build 25 on the server in a moment. So list, nobody's on there, stop the server, start, oh, dot start. .sh, screen, server is starting up, client is starting up. Close this one out, close that out. So part of what I want to test this on the server right now is I want to see if anything's going to crash the server specifically, even if it's just me playing. Ooh, we've got charts from CZ. Nice. Blue team resources. Food, lumber, stone, resources, gold. And I'm assuming this is from last night's stats, CZ? You can tell where blue had a serious attack happen. And another one right there. So that might have been one of my attacks, or this might have been one of my attacks, and this was probably one of Fiery's attacks, because Fiery was in it towards the end. I was yellow. I lost during that match. Cool, CZ. I want to see the code for that myself. Are you doing it on GitHub or no? Or you said it's in a notebook, right? Wait, what's this stat? Red team resources. See, that was Fiery, I think. Fiery was doing pretty good. Yellow team resources, yeah. So this does demonstrate one thing very well. I think right in here probably is where I died. But notice that the resources continued to travel up over time. And that's probably because I don't stop collecting resources for teams with no town hall. Yeah. 97 subs, cool, man. Weren't you just at 50 the other day? Yeah, multiplayer. Let's go Team Green to look different this time. Start. And I'm still in spectator mode or something. The game mode, survival. Okay, there's all my items from before, probably. I should have reset the world. Dang it. Yeah, let's restart the world. Stop. Oh, you're 80 something. Still, that's pretty fast growth for just a couple days. Wish I got that many in a couple days. Okay, server is restarted. I don't know what the heck did I stop the vanilla, my local client for. Cool. Got a run looking great. I'll try for more textures soon. Submit an issue if you want to actually track it and assign it to me. I can do the laying updates too. Okay, cool. There we go. Just had to wait for the server to finish loading. So we should be in survival this time. Yep, cool. So I'm gonna go green, ready, start. I get all my items, including the rally point tool, so that's good. Let's go find a place to plop this down. Plop. Okay, and we should be getting resources. Let's get a couple farms. And I guess a gold. So below the stone, this is actually a custom map that one of our server members of TS Craft built himself. He used World Painter to do it. Let's build our farms quickly. And our gold mine, I think it's in here or maybe further back, I don't know. This is diamonds, okay. Yeah, he's got 5 or 6 different maps already he's built that we'll be able to rotate through when we play this on a more regular basis. It's what you missed last weekend, man. Let's see, how else can I put one? Gonna have 2 gold generation because gold ends up being a bit of a constraint for this. As I run back here, Oh yeah, it's perfect for this because it's a big X basically, right? So those hills are not impassable. Like you can climb them, but by the time you do, you wish you didn't, right? And each area has a quadrant here with the right resources and everything set up. He did a good job at it. Let's see, can I get an archery range? Probably not. Let me check my door, guys.
Good on, mate. You there?
Okay, guys, I'm back here. Sorry about that. Had a knock at my door.
You've always got to knock at your door.
I know. And hi, Fire.
I literally jumped in the room and you disappeared at the same time.
I hit the button to mute to go get the door and watched you log in as it happened. I'm like, no, I'll be right back. Oh.
Man, your chat is just not like in Spooderman tonight.
Yeah. Oh, and the bomb thing. That's probably...
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, the other one isn't really technically bad. He was just saying who joined the server, but...
Yeah, I'll just leave it off there just because, but...
not necessary.
Yeah.
Hi, Eagle. I didn't miss it. That was just,
catching up. So, Fiery, you're going to love this change. First off, we have notifications when things die. So you'll know that your buildings are being attacked and destroyed.
Cool beans.
Second thing is, you'll see I've got this purple and black thing in my hand. This is a rally point tool. So if I right click on this archery range and come out here, you actually have to see the spot which you're going to put the rally point to with this one, right? You have to touch it with your hand. And I right click here. Now, any new guys that spawn after I did that second click will walk to that spot automatically when they come out of the thing. Assuming it works.
Cool.
We'll find out here in a minute.
We still need a retreat baton, though.
Right, okay.
Because these guys are too stupid.
Yeah.
They're too dumb for their own good.
There's a lot to do still, I know. What I am also seeing is these guys are too stupid to not just bottle up in the corner over here with their pathfinding. So that's a problem. I guess I should have set the thing up a little bit different. One guy made it out okay, but those two didn't.
Yeah. Well, what might help that is having the spawn point be more out in the open out here.
Yeah.
Instead of in the building.
Yeah, we can certainly change things like that on the build server. That's why we have it. But there he goes. He's walking to the exact spot, just like a rally point before. So rally points can be anywhere you want.
Nice.
Now the next thing I'm going to demonstrate, just because I'm testing stuff right now on the server. So those two guys also went. Oh, what the heck's with those first few? We're going to kill this thing.
Now, two things. One, you should make that rally point thing be like a flag, and it would be cool if you could put like a ghost image of a flag, like even like the team flag on the spot where they're rallied to.
Oh,
You know
like
what
the
I mean?
banner?
Yeah.
Oh, the banner is a good idea. Thing is, they'll walk into it. Like, they won't be able to walk into that block.
But I'm saying...
Oh, no, you can walk through a banner. Never mind. You're saying what?
Well, I was going to say not even make it a real banner, just make it like a ghost image.
Not saying no to it, just thinking it through, because if I make yet another
if it would...
entity, then... You did say that, Eagle. I just didn't understand it, I guess, from that standpoint. I thought you meant the item in my hand be a flag, which I'm cool with that, too. I didn't get that you meant a flag at the spot. So if I make it another entity so that you can see it, that's probably the only way I can make it so you can see it and your opponents can't.
Okay.
If I make it a block, though, that block interferes with their pathfinding. And I might be able to do it with a block, but the block would be less laggy if it's a block. So I'm assuming you don't want Gazer to know that your rally point's right in the middle of his base, right?
Yeah, no. Unless you could make just like the block that is assigned as the rally point glow or something like the troops do.
That's a whole nother thing altogether. I don't know how to do that one. So
Well,
I'm hooking
I'm just throwing
into
ideas out.
the vanilla stuff that makes entities glow, because there's a potion effect that'll do that. Speed potion regenerating thing.
Look above Spooderman's last message.
Above Spooderman's? It's perfect for this? Oh, his last message. Ooh, I just had a thought. We can give ourselves splash potions of speed and have it regenerate over time. Oh. To do what, though? To make the minions faster? Because I'm just going to make them faster, period. They're too slow right now. That's okay, Spider-Man. Like, you weren't trying to say something nasty, you just thought it was funny, I get it. So I don't know if you noticed, Fire, but it did say archery range destroyed when I did that. So, that is good. Let's do the same for the farm, and then we'll do the same for the town hall, make sure those work as well. Because the town hall is using a slightly different code. Farm destroyed. I think what I've got for now for the rally point works for getting the feature in and then we can enhance it later type of deal, right? To make it so you get back faster if you have to. It's so annoying. It's kind of like boost, you get somewhere faster. Well, if we make it a splash potion, it'll make anything that you throw it on faster, right? Because it'll give it to the minions too, essentially. Town hall destroyed, farm was destroyed. This is all working, guys. Okay, so it's pretty much my bedtime. I like the ideas. I just don't know how to make them work that's not laggy. And this will work for now. We can come back to it later, though. It probably wouldn't hurt if you guys want to add them as issues on GitHub so that they're not lost. Because there's so much to do. I crossed off 4 or 5 items off the to-do list today, but we might have added 6 or 7. I don't know. The game feeling better though to play. Like when we played on the weekend, it was a bit of a chore, partially because of the economy thing. But now it's a game. It's starting to feel more and more like a game, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And we got Lumberyard destroyed, so cool. That's working as well. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it here. Everyone, have a good night. If you haven't already, make sure you... That is the wrong button for that. Fail.
Subscribe now.
And I'll catch you next time. Bye.
See you guys.